Hey there, my name is Christian and today we want to look at the RPG system and how you get metahumans working in. Our target is to get metahumans work with the RPG system. It would look like you have your naked or nearly naked metahuman integrated with the RPG system as a playing character for this example, and you can equip them, and that would work with our animation set. So what do we need? First of all, we need our Quixel bridge with the metahumans we created. In my case, we are going to use these two. You also can use the standard metahuman, but for my game, or better for my project, I'm going to use self-created metahumans. And for the metahumans, you have to download them. This could take a while because they are very big. And after downloading them, you have to export them to your project. For the export, you have to look that you have the correct settings set. So you could change the settings down here on the down right side. In my case, I choose the 1K resolution. That's absolutely okay. That's absolutely okay for me. And we have two settings. First of all, the download settings. You have to look under models that Megascans is FBX and Metahumans is UAsset. And we only need the LOD1 and LOD0. That's all we need. If this is checked, go to back and select the export settings. If you already exported something with the Quixel bridge, the settings would be correct, hopefully. And in my case, I have to change the default project path. I'll do it quick. So that's the right object path. And now we are ready to export when this download has been finished. So the download is finished, and now we can export our characters, our metahumans, to our project. Please remember and make sure that your Unreal project, that where you want to export your characters, is also opened and running. This is very important. When we export the characters, there can occur a few errors, and you have to quit them with activating the parts that are needed. So let's import our two characters, one with clothes and one without. Export. So you can see you have to wait a second until it's finished. So after importing, the same thing like always, compiling shaders. That would take a while, and I'm back after compiling. So after we compiled the shaders, we can start with the skeleton retargeting. For that, we start with the skeleton from the RPG system. We go to the RPG system folder, then models, mannequin, mesh, and select the skeleton or the mesh. Open it, and if you started with mesh, you can select the skeleton up here. Then go to the retarget manager, select the humanoid rig. You will see all the spines and so on would match with another. You can view the T-pose. We have to check the pose because that's important for the other character. We can choose character, bones, all in hierarchy, that we can see all the bones. So after we selected the rig, save, go to mesh, select the skeleton tree, and in options choose show retargeting options. We have to do some changes here. Root and pelvis have to be animation, all other have to be in skeleton. So do a right click and choose recursively set translation retargeting skeleton. Scroll down and check that all is skeleton. Then save, and skeleton also save again. That's it with the skeleton of the mannequin. Now we are going to check the retargeting from the Metahuman. So look for the Metahuman folder. Choose one of your characters, doesn't matter which you take. Open the blueprint and you can use the body, and here is the skeleton match of the Metahuman. Click on the button right here and you can see the mesh and the skeleton. So when you open it, we have to do the same steps. Go to the skeleton, choose the humanoid rig, and click on view pose. And if you see, this pose is not exactly the same pose as the skeleton from the RPG system. So we have to change this. Open the skeleton from the RPG system again. Click on view pose, that we can see the pose. So, and now we have to check that the pose is nearly the same. So in my case, 25 degrees looks good. The same for the other side, 25 degrees. So now let's have a look from the upper side. Okay, well, we have to do a little bit, maybe 30 degrees. Yeah, nearly 5 degrees more. But it's not 30, it's 35 degrees. So, okay, that looks good. So close the skeleton from the RPG system. And now we have to do a few more things with the skeleton from our Metahuman. So we have modified the pose, so we have to set the pose as new. You can do it with modify pose, use current pose. Now it's set and we can do other things. So select rig, humanoid. You can look, okay, that's matching. Save, then back to mesh. Here, skeleton tree, options, show retargeting options. And we have to do some more changes here. Root and pelvis have to be animation, and all the other have to be in skeleton. Scroll down, check that all is skeleton. So, auto skeleton, that's good. And save mesh, save skeleton. So that's for the retargeting. We can close this. For security reasons, save all. It's always good to save. Now we can retarget the animations. So it's really simple. Only go to the RPG folder, RPG system, models, again mannequin, then go to animation and take the animation blueprint character example. If you have own animation blueprints, use them. There we go to retarget, animation blueprints, duplicate animation blueprints and retarget. Then you select our Metahuman base skeleton and make a prefix that you can find it better. In my case, I will choose a underscore and retarget. So, and we have our retargeted animations. Now we can go to the character and update the third-person player character. So let's change the third-person player character. You can go to world settings and choose it with this button, or yeah, it's the easiest way to choose it over there. Double click the third person player character, go to viewport, zoom a little bit in. So you have done multiple modifications, but that is not necessary for what we're doing here. That is our mesh of the player character. And see, it's the SK mannequin from the RPG system. And now we have to open our Metahuman. So go to Metahuman. Where is it? Metahuman. Take the character without clothes. Open your BP. Two windows. I will do two windows. It's easier to see what I'm doing. So, see, this is the one we want to have over here. So now we have to move all of these parts over here. It's really easy, only take them and push them over here and touch them to the mesh. So let's start with face, move it to the mesh, name it face, and then the hair, and all the other ones. So after we copied them over here, we have also to copy the LOD sync. It's easy way, copy and paste. Over here is the LOD sync. So compile. We can close this bigger. And we have to change the mesh. So, close too early. So, choose the body. Take the skeleton mesh from here with this. You can see it's selected. And now take the mesh here and set the new. Looks a little bit strange, doesn't matter. Compile, save, close both, and reopen the third person character. Zoom in. Okay, looks wrong. Okay, that's the wrong material, but we can change this to the right. So let's go to our character blueprint, go to viewport, select body, find the material and set it. So, looks good so far. We have our character in here. So now we have to animate him. We have the retargeted animation, you remember, with the A underscore. Select, and you can see the character is animated. But our shoes are in the normal pose and not animated. So we have to go to feet. We can delete this. Check also legs have no skeleton mesh and torso have no skeleton mesh. And we have forgot something. We have to use the Metahuman blueprint. And there we have a few things in the construction script. And we also have a function called enable master pose. We need these two. So copy the function, paste it, and also copy the construction script, subtle C, go to the construction script, paste it, and connect it, compile, few errors. Ah, I know. The error would be not the face. Let's have a look. The property is it body. Have a look. Ah, okay. The reason is the body variable we don't have in here. Body variable is because the master mesh is called body in the blueprint from Metahuman. And in our case, it's not body, it's mesh. So only take mesh over here, connect it, delete the old body, and compile. Okay, everything works. Save. So the construction script and the enable master pose is very important that the clothes are also animated with the character. So we can close the blueprint from Metahuman and we can close the third person character blueprint. So for security reasons, save all. You can see we have many things to save. So after that, we can start with equipping our character. So let's have a look to the RPG system, blueprints, database, DT item. So for the test, we are going to take the basic armor and we want to set a visual skeletal mesh. So let's have a look where we have our mesh. Back to the Metahuman, common, female, short, normal weight, tops, sweeter. So there we have our skeletal mesh. And we can set this to this. And that's nearly all. Now our basic armor has this skeletal mesh. Let's have a look if it worked. Close, save all, and let's play. So you can see the character is the new character. It's working fine with animation. Yeah, I could be better, but never mind. So let's check for a little bit of equipment. Let's make this bigger. So nice. And where we have our basic armor. Let's equip it. Doesn't work. Ah, I know the error. At the moment you can see our armor is down here and not associated with our body. So therefore we have to go to the RPG system. Blueprints, database, DT item. I've forgotten something. We have to go down here by basic armor and we have the visual mesh settings. We can delete them. We don't need this. So we delete it, save again, close and play. Let's make this bigger. So, spawn equipment, take it, and equip the basic armor. And you can see it's equipped correctly, it's already animated, everything is fine. So, that's it. Now you know how to equip and integrate Metahuman to the RPG system. At this point, special thanks to Perius T, who made the RPG system and supported me by integrating metahumans. So, Hyperius, special thanks. I'm out. Bye.